Okay, did you all learn the slokas?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Who wants to go with the first sloka?
Ramachandra.
Are you all able to see my screen?
No.
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
No?
Mataji, but we can't see the verse one.
Just a
Yeah,
minute.
I can see the verse.
But the screen is...
Yes, Mataji,
now?
we can see the screen.
Thank you. So who wants to go with the first verse?
Ramachandra.
All of.
Arav. Okay, first Arav, next Ramachandra.
Abrahma bhuvanaloka punaravartino arjuna mamupete tukanteya punarjanmana vidyate.
Very well. So you want to try the translation too?
Okay. Yes, Mataji. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death takes place. But one who trains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again.
Very nice. Thank you. Ramachandra, go ahead.
Abrahma bhavanaloka punar avartino arjuna mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate. Translation. From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place. But one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again.
Okay, thank you. Who wants to try?
Can I?
Yes, Chinmay.
Abrahma bhavanaloka punaravarti arjuna mamupendyetu kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate.
Translation.
From the highest planet in the material world down to the lowest, all are places of misery, wherein repeated birth and death take place, but one who attains to my abode, O son of Kunti, never takes birth again.
Wow, very nicely said. Thank you. So we'll go to the other shloka, and who all didn't get chance now can try the next one, okay? Who wants to try this? Anta. Okay, Balram, go ahead.
Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavata alpamedasha deva deva jyoti madbhakta yanti mam api.
Thank you, Balram. You want to try the translation?
Yes, men of small intelligence worship the demigods and their fruits are limited and temporarily those who worship the demigods go to the planet of the demigods, but a devotee ultimately reach my supreme planet.
Thank you, Balram. Very nicely said. Who else wants to try?
Ashutosh.
Who is that, Ashutosh?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavati alpamedasam devan deva yujo yanti madbhaktya yanti mamavi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Translation?
Men of small intelligence worship the gods. The demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planet of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my supreme planet. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ashutosh. Who else wants to try? One more and then we'll go to the rest class. Okay, then wait for half an hour. Close the door. Who wants to try? Nobody?
Ramachandra.
Yes, Ramachandra.
Antavattu phalam tesam tatpavati alpamedasam devan deva yajayanti madbhakta yanti mamapi. Translation. Men of small intelligence worship the demigods, and their fruits are limited and temporary. Those who worship the demigods go to the planet of the demigods, but my devotees ultimately reach my planet. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ramachandra. So as you all know, last week we discussed about will there be life on other planets. We were comparing what the Vedas say and what the scientists say. So we were seeing the comparison, we were comparing, and we came to a conclusion that there are many other planets and many other universes. So today, and we were discussing about the unidentified flying objects, the UFOs. Remember? You all remember that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So today we are going a little bit ahead, and let's see what is our discussion today. Jay Patel, he's saying he cannot. I'm audible to everybody, right?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
I just received a message from Jay Patel saying that we are not able to hear him. Maybe you can log out and log in once again so that there'll be no problem, because in the afternoon's class also it happened like that. Everybody, it was good, and only for one person it was not good. They logged out and logged in. Okay, see, we are going. So I want to say a real-time story. So in September 1965, there was a lady. You know what happened in the middle of the night? She got so shocked by seeing. She parked her car, and she was so shocked because she claimed that till 12 feet there was one object which was chasing her. So she got scared. She stopped the car and she complained to the police. You know what the police did? The police didn't believe. The police was like, what is she talking? She saw some unidentified object on the sky which was chasing her. So then what happened? In no time, there was a 18-year-old boy. He also came to the police station and he said, while I was going on the highway, I saw a strange object, a flying saucer kind of, a flying saucer in the sky, and it was like 200 feet above, and it had red glow, and it was moving slowly. And then I got scared, and I was observing. It went into the forest near the trees. So he came and said to the same police. Then the police was thinking, what? A strange object? This lady is saying and this guy is saying. So he said, okay, let's go to that place. He took that boy, that 18-year-old boy, and they went to that field area where he was mentioning. And you know, suddenly to their surprise, you know what happened? From the trees, can you all please mute? So to their surprise, suddenly they saw a flying object rising from the trees. Then the police got like, oh my God, this is true. What this person are saying is true. So they were able to see something flying from the trees, and it had a very reddish glow, and around it there is a lot of like an energy field. You see the UFOs, like it has lot of shade around it. So then this police started believing, yes, there is something. Then what happened? So so these are all real-time stories. Then this happened in 1965. Then they say that the UFOs have a shooting rays. In the picture, the picture I'm showing, do you see that shooting rays? The ray. So it shoots a ray, making witness unable to move. See, when there is lot of light falling on you, like if somebody puts a torchlight on your eyes, how do you feel? Anybody? Can you unmute and say?
It's too bright for your eyes.
Yeah. So even this UFO has a bright light like that. And you know, these UFOs are so mysterious. They disappear so quickly. They come. By the time we recognize, they just disappear. and they're often surrounded by glow around them. So those are the features of the unidentified flying objects. Okay. So now here comes the interesting part. So this is what the study on UFO, which we know now in the Kali Yuga, is talking about. It is saying about different cases where they encountered seeing flying objects in the sky, and they were giving the features of that flying object. So that is what we heard. But in the Vedas, many times they spoke about the Vedic aeroplanes. Many times. And it is called as Vimanas. Now we are calling airplane, but in Vedas they are called as Vimanas. And some Vimanas are so mysterious, like this UFO. Even the Vimanas in the Vedic stories, they are also very mysterious. So today we will see an example of a mysterious airplane. And some Vimanas are just like our airplanes these days, like we fly, which has wings. So some Vimanas are like airplanes which have bird-like wings. One is mysterious and one is like normal Vimanas flying with two wings. And human-like beings only operate these vehicles. We need people to operate the vehicles, right? The pilots operate our regular airplanes. So there should be somebody who is operating even the Vimanas, who is operating the UFOs. Like you remember last time when we mentioned a couple of stories where we saw people coming out of the UFOs, right? You remember 2 feet, 4 feet people were coming out. So there should definitely be somebody in the Vimanas who are operating. So now the first story is Vedic story which says about the Vimanas is, you know who is Salva? Anybody, one of you can unmute.
Mute cannot.
Sorry?
Yes, Mataji. She's a great friend of Sitapriti.
Yeah, I can hear you. Who is that? Can you hear me? Somebody's talking.
She's a great friend.
Jay, yes. Yes, Jay, can you be a little louder?
Yeah. Mataji, I can't see you. I can't see the pictures too.
You can see the pictures?
Yeah.
But everybody is able to see. Right?
What do I hit on the phone to see the picture?
Mataji, can somebody help?
See, Mataji, I called you on the other phone.
Are you the app, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Then it must be the update which is not updated on your phone, Mataji. So you can log out and check in your settings if the update is updated. And if you're still having the problem, then try joining from the laptop, Mataji. Because my phone
Okay,
also for 2 weeks I did not see any slides on the phone. But on the laptop, so I could see it. So try doing both the things. Either just first log out from this and again log in. Or just from a laptop, you have the app, use from there.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Hi, Krishna.
Sorry about that, Mataji. So yes. So who is Salva? Can anybody say who is Salva?
A friend of Shishupal.
Yeah, he's a friend of Shishupal. You know, Shishupal was against Krishna. Can you all mute, please? No, Shishupal doesn't like Krishna, right? He was always trying to destroy Krishna. So as Shishupal's friend Salva, he also didn't like Krishna. He always was looking an opportunity to destroy Krishna, Yadu dynasty. So you know what he did? He did lot of austerities. He approached Lord Shiva, he prayed to Lord Shiva, he did lot of austerities, and he ate only ashes for months. And then when Shiva appeared, you know what he will ask? He will ask for a mysterious aeroplane. He asked for that boon. He said, I want a mysterious aeroplane. And Shiva is very, as we know, Shiva is very kind even to the demons. He doesn't say no. So he gives him. He will gift him, you know, who made that? Sorry. Where did this go? I'm sorry. Anyways. Okay. So, Shiva is so kind, right? So you know what he does? He orders Maya Danava. You know who is Maya Danava? Anybody? Anybody can say who is Maya Danava?
Yes, Mataji. Someone related to Arjun?
Someone related to no.
Mataji?
Huh? Who is that?
Aura?
Yes, Aura.
So he basically means like when Rama, when Agni wanted to consume the forest fire, so when Arjun shot the arrows to keep him away, so that Indra could not stop Agni. So then, while Agni was burning the forest, then Krishna tried to kill him with Chakra, the Samayadana, and then after that he ran to Arjun, and Arjun protected him.
Yeah, thank you. That's another story. Thank you, Arav. But you know who are Maya Danavas? In shortcut, Maya Danavas are like they live in Talatala Loka. You know there is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala. You know all those planets, right? Upper planetary systems are heavenly planets, and lower planetary systems. Do you all know that we have sorry?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So you know Maya Danava, they are Danavas, they are people in Talatala Loka. So when Shiva ordered, you know who is Maya? Maya means illusion, right? We say Maya is illusion. Yeah, illusion. So Maya Danava means he's an expert. He can manipulate the illusion however he wants. So Shiva orders Maya Danava and he'll say, make a flying city and give it to this Shalva. So Maya Danava from Talatala Loka, he makes a flying city and it is called as Shaubha. The name of the airplane which was possessed by Shalva by the mercy of Lord Shiva is called as Shaubha. And you know how mysterious it is? Sometimes if that is flying, it would seem that there are hundreds of airplanes. It is only one, but it would seem there are hundreds of airplanes. And sometimes it is visible, sometimes it's not visible, sometimes it was flowing on the water, sometimes it was standing on a hill. You know, so it was very confusing to the Yadu dynasty also. They're thinking, what is this? We get confused, right? When you look at it, it is there. When you don't, suddenly it is not there. It is floating on the water. That is not possible, right? And it is on the top of hill. So they all got very, very confused. It was confusing the Yadu dynasty. Then, you know how did he use it? He wanted that flying airplane to destroy city of Dwaraka. He wanted to devour King Krishna. And you know, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna actually described Danavas. He said that they are having grimacing faces, they have disheveled heads, and they have screeched out loud. Means they're very strange. Their voice is very different, scary. Their faces were different. Their heads were different. But there were some people who were sitting in the flying aeroplane. There were some Danavas. Salva is a human being, but apart from Salva, there were also Danava soldiers who made the aeroplane. They were also sitting and operating. So they were very different. That's what Krishna did mention, that they looked very different and they looked very, very strange. So this was about the mysterious aeroplane that we see in our Vedic description. And so similarly, if we compare these Vedic airplanes with the unidentified flying objects that we are seeing now, they are also having some person sitting inside the UFO. That person is having some unusual powers. Just like the mysterious airplanes in the Vedic our past, Vedic past had some powerful people sitting inside who can design it, who can operate it. Similarly, even the unidentified flying objects also have persons with some unusual powers. So this is what the study says. This is what the people who closely encountered and the studies say, that even they have some persons. So now coming to the second story of the Vedic airplanes. Did you all know about a story where Nanda Maharaj was attacked by a python? Did you all hear that story?
Yeah.
How many of you know that story? Is there anybody who don't know the story?
Mataji, I don't.
Who is that?
Nandini.
Nandini. And who else?
Jagdish.
Okay, so there are a couple of kids who don't know, so we will...
Which story is it?
Nanda Maharaj is attacked by a python.
Oh,
I think I know
it. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. If not in detail, we will see it just short. Okay. So you all please mute, and I will tell you. So one time, Nanda Maharaj he wants to perform some puja. So he will go with the Vrajvasis, and it was night time. So they had to stop, stay there, and they had to perform the next day morning. So Nanda Maharaj, they were all sleeping, and suddenly a python comes and it was about to swallow Nanda Maharaj. Then Nanda Maharaj says, Krishna, Krishna, please come, please help me, please help me. You're seeing like Nanda Maharaj is in the mouth of python. Are you seeing in the picture? And when Krishna comes and hits the python, immediately from the python comes a heavenly person. Like if you see, there is one king kind of person sitting there. So from the python comes a Vidyadhara. Vidyadharas means they stay in the heavenly planets, upper planets. So then, there are celestial persons. So then what happened? Krishna he'll start talking to Krishna. He will say, my Lord, I was a Vidyadhara in my previous life. But you know, one day when I was flying in my celestial aeroplane, I have seen a sage who comes in the line of Angira Muni. So there was a sage who comes in the lineage, in the succession of Angira Muni, and this Vidyadhara is saying, so I was flying and I saw this sage. He was not at all beautiful. He looked so ugly. Then I was so proud of my beauty and I started to tease him. I started to comment on him. So that sage got angry and he cursed me. That's why I became a python. Now because I had your darshan, I got my body back. So what did this Vidyadhara say? He said he was flying in a celestial aeroplane. So with this we understand that there were celestial aeroplanes. There were aeroplanes in the past. That's not something new. For the scientists it is new. But somehow Krishna's mercy, devotee's mercy, we are able to read some like at a very childhood, like at a very young age, you all got in touch with Krishna consciousness and you are able to know all these stories. So you understand that whatever we see, it is there in Vedas already. It is not something new. It is new for the scientists who are not God consciousness. It is new for the people who are trying to explore about all these things. But whatever is going on, it is always there in Vedas. That is what we have to understand. So now one more example is King Bali. King Bali also had an airplane called as Vaihayasa, and it was also made by Maya Danava. So Maya Danavas are very, very intelligent. They can manage Maya so nicely. So even the airplane what Bali Maharaj had is also very, very mysterious. And now, do you all know Daksha Yajna? Did you hear the term Daksha Yajna? Who is Daksha?
Sati Mata.
No, Daksha is the father of Mother Parvati. Yeah, Daksha is the father of Mother Parvati, and one day Daksha was doing a yajna. So he called all his relatives, his friends for the yajna. And when they were all going, Mother Parvati also wanted to go to her father's place. She also wanted to participate in the Daksha Yajna. So she will be talking to Shiva. She'll be asking permission. Can I also go, my lord? My father is doing a yajna. And she will mention. She will say, see, all my relatives have dressed so nicely. All my relatives are also attending the yajna. See, the sky looks like flock of aeroplanes flying. There are so many white aeroplanes flying, filled with lot of my relatives. So there also she mentioned about white airplanes flying in flocks, not just one. Like the birds fly in group we call flocks, the airplanes were also flying in flocks. So from this pastime also we can understand that there are Vedic airplanes. So it's not something new. So the stories, whatever we have covered in Vedas, now we came to a conclusion that the flying objects were not uncommon. It's not something new. They were there. See, the airplanes what we are flying today, you think how many years, before how many years they would have found these airplanes? How long before do you think? Any guess?
A million.
How many years before would they have found an airplane?
Infinity.
Anybody? Can you unmute? How many years before do you think they found an airplane?
500.
Who is that?
Akshita, 500.
No, Akshita. Who else wants to try? Yeah, maybe, but yeah. Who else wants to say the number?
Mataji?
Huh?
Is it somewhere close to 200?
Who is that?
Aura?
The book which I have says 100 years.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Wright brothers have found the airplane, right? So just 100 years ago. But we have these vimanas long ago. And we think, oh my God, scientists are the topmost. They are the most skillful. They are the ones with lot of knowledge. We think the scientists can do anything. We of course, their knowledge is maybe better than the common man. But their intelligence is also coming from Krishna. Based on their karma, Krishna has given them that kind of knowledge where they can find something. But they are not finding anything new. It is already there in Krishna's creation. It could not be in our universe, but it could be in some other planet. It could be in some other universe. Like as we discussed, like there are so many universes, there are so many planets, right? And we know only one planet called as Earth. And the Earth has how many continents?
7.
Yeah, and we fly on an airplane from one continent to other continent, from one country to other country. But our Vedic past or our Vedic literature say that it was so common for them to travel from a planet to planet. Isn't that so fascinating? So surprising. When you imagine you can go from one planet, imagine you can go and see what Brahma is doing, what Indra is doing. If you have that kind of airplane, don't you think it is so good?
Yeah.
It's so interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if a human brain can find only one airplane which can fly in the 7 continents, what about that brain which created the airplanes which can fly across the universes? Right? Yes?
Ravan had a Pushpak Viman too.
Yeah, correct. Ravan has a Pushpak Viman. Yes. Correct. And so, the question, you think are humans the most skilled in technology?
No.
Humans. So is it possible that there are others in the universe who are advanced than we are?
Yes.
So, yes or no, and who are they? You can discuss in the next class. Tomorrow's class is that discussion. Okay? Any questions? I think
No.
we have some time. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe if there are no questions, we can end the class. And tomorrow you will see the next discussion. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you. Thank you for the awesome class.
Thank you.
It was fun.